Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped, back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, as you can see, courtesy of the homie Tony, we have all of the information for the 6 new level limit breaks that will be coming as of today, I'm actually pretty sure. So with the new batch, the new Grand Voyage that will be arriving on OPTC, we are getting a bunch of new level limit breaks, kind of the same as we do every single month. Making older characters kind of relevant again. Now, if you guys don't know what level limit break is, if this is your first time here, level limit break is basically a system that was implemented at the end of last year, and once you pick up dupes of the unit, you feed them in to not only get limit break abilities like socket abilities, but you can also level up their level limit break. Once you get them to level 10, level 5, which takes 10 copies of the unit in total, you can activate these effects. So in today's video, we're going to break them down, take a look at them, let you know my thoughts and opinions, if I think they're good, if they're viable, where they're going to see play, and if they're sort of just worth, like, actually not hunting for copies, because you should probably let these characters come to you, but worth your time, basically. So we have Robin, V1 Robin, and her 6+, both got a level limit break. We have V1 Mihawk. Very, very interesting. It seems like they were saving V1 Mihawk, and it's definitely now confirmed that with the next Grand Voyage being at Barriate again, I do believe this guy is going to be the main weapon for that. Next, we've got V2 Sanji, then we've got Deadbeard or Quickbeard, and then we have V1 Nami. Very interesting we're getting V1 Nami as well, because I do believe this Nami is going to be very, very good against Arlong Park when he does receive his Grand Voyage. So they might be doing like a double up this month. We'll have to wait and see there. But if you enjoy this kind of stuff, make sure to belt the like button for me. If you're new to the channel, you haven't done so already, hit the big red subscribe button. Once again, huge shout out to the homie Tony for the images and the information provided. It is in game, I'm pretty sure at the moment, but it's just much easier to do it here. So let's start with Robin. V1 Robin, or Psy Cerebral Robin. This is the 6-star from Dressrosa, not the 6+. So her level limit break captain ability boosts Cerebral by 4.5, recovery by 1.5, makes recovery slot matching, reduces damage by 20%, and extends or boosts by 1 turn. Interesting captain ability, no limit break expansion captain, as she does have a 6+, so it is what it is. This character was really renowned for her nullifying damage effect, that's why she was pretty much used. So let's see if her special did get a buff. To get the captain, you need level 3. To get the special, you do need level 5. The rumble does change at level 2 and level 4. And honestly, for endgame players, the rumble is where most of these characters do shine, and you see most of their play. She nullifies damage for 1 turn, reduces bind by 6 turns, changes adjacent slots to recovery, and boosts orbs of cerebral characters by 2.25 for 2 turns. Obviously, with her as a captain, this becomes 3 turns. But honestly, with a 4.5 times base rate, like, it's just a little bit low, if I'm completely honest. Comparing to, like, other level limit breaks, like V1 Snake Man and stuff, like, 4.5 is just way too low. Her rumble targets Psy allies for crit up level something and guard up level something for 15 seconds. Targets medium frontal range enemies for 100% chance to special blind. So allies get HP up, guard percent up. Honestly, like, without these, like, digits, this is not helpful at all. But look, she's mid. Most players will have this particular version of her 6+. So let's take a look at what her 6+ actually does. Cerebral characters still only get a 4.5 times attack boost. What the hell? Recovery by 1.5. Recovery in tandem slots are beneficial. Reduce damage by 20% and extends attack boost for 1 turn. So changes between orbs and attacks. She's going to nullify damage for 1 turn, reduce attack down by 6 turns. That's a bit better than bind. Very interesting. Changes adjacent slots, including block to recovery, and then boost attack of cerebrals by 2.25 for 1 turn. And after 2 turns, boost their attack by 2.5 for 1 turn. Okay, so that's a bit better. Getting the clock buff is really, really nice. The 2-turn thing is interesting because with her as a captain, you're going to turn that 1-turn attack into a 2-turn attack. And then after the clock expires, you get another attack boost, which then she's going to make 2 turns. So I do understand why the clock is 2 turns. However, the problem with this is if you use it and you move into the next stage, if the enemy wipes away buffs with their preemptive, it actually wipes away the clock, which means you don't actually get the attack buff. So it can be a negative, but also a positive in the way that she works. But I do kind of like that they are implementing this with what she's trying to do as a captain. As for her rumble, in allies get crit up, guard up, and targets a medium frontal range for 100% chance to special bind for a certain amount of seconds. In allies get HP, cerebrals receive guard, and for the first 25 seconds, cerebral allies defense up. Okay. She could see some play on the cerebral team with like Uta and Chopper, but look, Robin, honestly, bit of a hit and a miss for me there. As for the Big Daddy Mihawk, this one here is going to be the interesting one because Mihawk is the character for Grand Voyage. So let's take a look at what he does. Another int slasher, I'm assuming, for Grand Voyage 2, which is super, super weird. Reduces slasher characters cooldown by 1 turn. Boosts their attack between 4.5 and 5.25 based on the previous character's tap timing. Interesting. 5.25 for a slasher captain is actually pretty good. I do think slashers sit around the middle of the pack when it comes to the best classes in the game. They probably sit around 4th or 5th, depending on how you look at it. So this is not a bad captain ability at all. Getting cooldowns is actually quite nice as well. So yeah, not bad for Mihawk. At stage 2 of his special, unfortunately I don't have his stage 1 here, reduces defense up by 6 turns and deals 60% of the damage dealt from normal attacks in the previous turn, capping at 999,999,999, and makes it easy to land perfects for 1 turn. Also boosts Slash's attack by 2.5 for 1 turn, and makes Psi int recovery in tandem beneficial for all characters. Or for Slashers, sorry. Interesting special. I like the utility. I like that he now has a viability if there is normal attacks only. Like, this guy obviously always got hard nerfed by normal attacks only, but the way you're kind of using him was for like a revive, if you needed to do damage again after the revive and stuff like that. That's where this guy shined the most. However, now the fact he can be an attack booster too is actually pretty nice. In Rumble, he targets enemies in a large frontal range for a certain amount of damage and guard down, as well as defense down as well, which is pretty nice. Slashers receive attack up level something, defense up level. Slashers can get defense now. That's interesting. I'll have to try and pull up the game and actually find out what the defense buff is here, because this could be really, really good. When blowing away enemy, gives self attack up certain level up to 3 times. Interesting stuff. Alright, so I did some time traveling so I can get the actual information on the digits. So with Mihawk in his Rumble special, he actually gives level 5 defense down and level 5 guard down. The combination of guard and defense down, especially at level 5, is actually pretty bulky. I don't know if this guy will find a spot on the slasher team per se, but being able to reduce defense and guard is very, very valuable, because like defense is one thing, but guard is another. If the enemy has guard, it reduces your damage by a drastic amount, and the fact that Mihawk can reduce both is very, very valuable. Unfortunately, he's on a 32-second cooldown, which can be a little bit detrimental to said character. His Rumble ability gives attack up level 6, defense up level 3, and then up to 3 times can give himself a level 6 attack up when blowing away enemies. So that's actually pretty good. Like I said, I don't know if I'd find a spot for him on the slasher team, but he does have some very, very powerful abilities and is very, very strong. Next, we've got V2 Sanji. Yo, that artwork. Settle down, Sanji, my guy. Let's see what Sanji did. He's the only chain captain that doesn't have a level limit break, so hopefully they did him a little bit of justice, because chain captains can be just absolutely destroyed very, very easily. If crew has 5 fighter characters, reduces cooldown by 1, boost the chain multiplier by 4 times, and boost fighter characters attack by 1.75, H by 1.35, reduces damage by 10% and makes recovery in tandem beneficial, boost the chance of fighter characters landing on their own type slot, and then the lower the crew's HP is. Okay, so that's just dookie. Like, that's just straight up bad. I actually don't think they even buffed Sanji's captain ability. Okay, so what they did was they literally just dropped it from 6 fighters to 5 fighters, and that is literally all they did, besides add well, and they dropped the cooldown. It was 2 turns of cooldown. Now it's 1 turn of cooldown. Sanji got nerfed, man. Like, I'd rather run 6 fighters and then have to like get the 2 turns of cooldown. That is wild. That is wild to me. His special deals 300 times his attack and side damage to one enemy. Boosts fighter character's attack by 2.5 for 2 turns. And if the captain's orb is TND or recovery, when the special is launched, boost the chain multiplier by 1.2 times for 2 turns. If the captain is fighter, reduces chain lock and chain coefficient by 10 turns. So that's a bit interesting. The thing that I dislike is that Sanji increases the chance of you landing on their own orbs, so getting 10 orbs will be a little bit of a problem. But you do have some supports like Sora, and you do have supports like Germa Squad. They could easily give you tandem orbs. But the fact of the matter is, like, it's just a counterintuitive unit, which I just don't like at all. Like, I don't like it at all. They buffed him from 2.25 to 2.5. They gave him that chain multiplicative buff for the tandem orb thing. So they just kind of added some stuff, really. They buffed his damage, and that's pretty much all they really did for said character. Not too big of a buff for said unit. But, look, it is what it is for poor old Sanji. Would I say he's usable? Definitely not. I honestly think this character just got a whole bunch worse. Going into his Rumble stuff now. Whoops. So going into his Rumble abilities, let's take a look at what he actually does in Pirate Rumble. He's going to, if HP is above 60%, give self attack up level something for something seconds. Let's take a quick look at what that actually is. Level 6 attack up, and then targets 2 enemies for attack by 0.85 3 times. So that's pretty dookie. No, that's level 1 stump, you smackhead. Attack up level 12, if HP is above 60%. Targets 2 enemies for attack of 1.65 for 3 times. That's not too bad. And then fighter class teammates get speed up level 7 and attack up level 6. Overall, fighter teams have gotten a lot better. He's a fighter powerhouse. So you might be able to find a spot for this guy, but he's just straight damage. And I don't know if he would like replace some of the other characters on the fighter team already. But hey, he might. Like, he might. The final character is... Oh, second final character, sorry. I always forget that Nami's here too. Is Quickbeard, or Deadbeard, as he is like to be called. Let's take a look at what he does. He has a Limit Break Plus, so that is going to be very, very interesting. And he seems like a very, very... Well, when he came out, actually, he seems like he was a really, really powerful legend. With the release of the new Whitebeard as well, like this guy getting a Limit Break makes sense. Hopefully, he's just better than the new Whitebeard that we're about to get. He's Level Limit Break Captain, reduces cooldowns by 1 turn, boosts Powerhouse Strikers attack based on the crew's HP, 4.25 at full, 5.25 at 1, reduces damage taken by 20% and sets crew's recovery to 0. At Level Limit Break Plus, he gives 2 turns to cooldown, and his multipliers go from 4.5 to 5.5, which is actually pretty good. Reduces by 30% when HP is 50% or below, so the damage reduction gets higher as well when you get below 50%. That's really, really good. His special does Burn and Despair by 6 turns, boost the chain by 1.1 for 1 turn, boost Powerhouse and Striker characters' attack by 2.25, each HP is 50% or less when the special is launched, reduces damage by 95% for 1 turn, reduces Despair by an additional 20 turns, and buffs the Chain Edition by 0.3. So this is actually really, really good for Nami. Nami giving the 2.5, and then you just add 0.3 on top of that. This guy can be your attack booster if you need him to be, but... if you are missing something like Nami, he's also a good chain booster as well. The big thing that I see here is the 95% damage reduction. I don't think it's as good as the new Whitebeard, I guess, because like Whitebeard's an Orb booster, works great with versus Yamato, but this guy will work very, very nicely alongside versus Yamato if you are looking to get that 95% damage reduction for striker teams. His Rumble abilities, Rumble ability does Striker and Powerhouse teammates HP level 7. If your HP is below 50%, he does Defense up level 4 for Striker and Powerhouse. And his special targets enemies within a large range for 30% HP cut. And then does large range Defense up level 5. And if the current HP is 50% or below, attack up level 7. So you want to put this guy in the middle. You want him to take shots. I don't think the Striker team is all anything. But like Whitebeard, like he's good. Like he is good. Just low HP captains, man. I'm just not a fan of them at all. And I do understand what they're trying to do with Whitebeard, but like, I'm just not a fan of low HP captains. Finally, my girl Nami is getting a level limit break. Like I said, she's going to be good for Arlong Park, so hopefully that like level that Grand Voyage does drop soon. She has a Limit Break Plus Captain as well, but her regular Captain reduces cooldowns by 1 turn at the start of the quest, boosts Dex, Cerebral, and Striker characters' attack by 5 times with the matching slot, 4.5 times otherwise, and makes Strength and Quick have matching slot effects for Dex characters. Her Limit Break Plus Captain reduces crew's special charge by 2 turns at the start of the quest, boosts Dex, Cerebral, Striker's attack by 5.25 when slots match, 4.75 otherwise, HP by 1.3, and then makes Dex character's Strength, Quick Recovery, and Tandem slots have matching slot effects. So that's always quite nice. I think the extra cooldown and just the higher numbers are what you want here. I don't recommend Limit Break Plusing her though, but like I said, for Grand Voyage, she is going to be very, very good. Her special reduces crew's paralysis and burn by 6 turns, changes own and adjacent slots into matching, doubles the color affinity for 1 turn, and boosts crew's auras by 2.25. So they basically just increased her numbers, gave her a little bit more paralysis and burn removal. Nothing too bad, nothing too crash hot, but like just a nice little addition to what she already did. In Rumble, her ability is for Dex teammates, because Dex needed more buffs. Dex CT speed level 6, and when 60 seconds or less, Dex teammates CT speed up level 2. So she just gives level 8 in the last 60 seconds, which is crazy. Her special targets enemies in a large range for attack of 1.5 and a 50% chance to Paralyze. Nothing too insane here with Nami with her Rumble. She's kind of dookie, if I'm honest. However, her special did get quite enough buff, and obviously her Limit Break Plus Captain is going to be very, very valuable for Arlo and Park. That's really the only way, place I see her being super viable. Otherwise, this character is probably not going to see that much play. Getting an Orb Boost and Color Affinity is good, and then her utility is great, but, we just have other characters that can just do that nowadays. As for Quickbeard, I don't know. I don't really see where this is going to be good. Like I said, with versus Yamato, you could do some really cool stuff, especially if you are missing Nami on a team, just getting the chain and the damage reduction and the attack boost. But, I kind of wish he was an Orb Booster, if I'm honest, but I do understand they probably want this guy to work with the new Whitebeard, but at the same time, they both do damage reduction and stuff like that, so it's kind of a miss for good old Deadbeard there. As for Sanji is just bad, bro. This guy stinks. This guy sucks. I don't like him at all. Robin, honestly, Robin's not good either. Either version of Robin, both of them are just whatever. But Mihawk, I think Mihawk's probably the best of the batch. He is the one for Grand Voyage, which is great. He's gonna see play there, and honestly, I could see some play with this Rumble ability as well. That's pretty nice. I do like that they gave him different dimensions with his special. Something I didn't touch on with Mihawk is he's level 1, actually. His level 1 does 4 turns of defense. He does a 30% of the total damage instead of 60%, and then he makes it easier to hit perfects and doubles the attack of slashes instead of just 2.5. So I really like the dimensions of Mihawk. Obviously, he's on a high cooldown, but that's not too much. And I think out of the batch, Mihawk definitely got the biggest buffs. But let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. While you're down there, don't forget to belt the like button if you're new to the channel, or you haven't done so already, hit that big red subscribe button. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later!